A lot of issues, of course, legislators will be tackling. Joining us now on the phone is Representative Bill Conerly. He is a Republican from Lakewood Ranch. He does represent House District 72. Representative, thanks so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
And let's just start. You are new to the legislature there. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm actually a licensed civil engineer, so I bring a different perspective than others may have to the legislature. I'm a local businessman. I lived in the area for around 27 years, but I actually grew up in DeSoto County, so I've been in the area for a very long time. I'm a husband, I'm a father, and just thought I could bring a different perspective to the legislature.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what made you run for the state legislature? I'm sure that's not a decision that comes lightly.
No, it's a significant investment. Even though in Florida we have part-time politicians, this does take a lot of time, and it's a significant strain on the family being away. But the real reason I wanted to do it is I feel like I have a skill set that is going to be valuable and that I could help and have a beneficial impact on the quality of life in Southwest Florida.
Yeah, and you have been in Tallahassee. I know I've been speaking with your representative there, Olivia, and you've been up in Tallahassee quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. Talk a little bit about that, what's been happening there ahead of the start of this new legislative session.
Yeah, typically there's committee weeks that you begin hearing the bills that are being proposed and have discussions related to that, the debate. That's always important in having good legislation. That's been interrupted by 3 special sessions. We've convened, and we originally passed the Trump Act, which the governor took exception to, but there was a meeting between the House, the Senate, and the governor's office, and came up with, I think, a better solution, and that was passed last Thursday. The governor signed it very quickly. So the immigration bill that was recently passed is going to be one of the leading immigration bills that I think other states will look to try to model their bills after. So Florida, again, is leading the way.
Wow, it's been busy, and you didn't even get going yet here. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in 2025 here. Again, the legislative session that does get underway on March 4th. What are you and your colleagues looking to accomplish in this upcoming session?
You know, every year it seems like there's discussions related to insurance or health care or education. These are all going to be, bills that are run. Myself, I have a tendency, because I'm an engineer, I have a tendency to focus on technical issues. So my priorities are housing affordability, the infrastructure, water, sewer, roadways, power, and then probably most important to our area is stormwater and flood resiliency. These are things that I think are top of mind for everybody that lives in Sarasota and Manatee County with the 3 hurricanes we had to weather this past season.
Yeah, those things you just mentioned, just to elaborate a little more as to why you feel those are like the most important issues, especially facing your constituents.
Yes. The infrastructure, I think, is obvious for anybody who tries to travel around the area. There's a lot of people on the roadways. This is something that nobody can deny. So we need to have a focus on providing sufficient infrastructure to support our communities. The housing affordability, I've had an opportunity to meet with a lot of different business representatives, sectors of business. Every one of the folks I've talked to, they're labor constrained, and one of the main factors to this is going to be the cost of housing they have people who are turning down very good jobs because the housing isn't available. So what a lot of people don't realize is that the housing options, if they're further away, for example, they're in Hardee County or DeSoto County, and people are driving into Sarasota and Manatee to work, they're adding trips to the roadways. So they kind of exacerbate the discussion related to the infrastructure and the roadways. The stormwater and flooding resiliency, I think what became very evident with this past storm in my community, in my district, Tropical Storm Debby was the most impactful because it was a rain event. Milton was a wind event for my district. But I think what is very important is that when you have a localized storm event that has a high intensity of rainfall, it's going to be problematic. So I think we need to work to maybe redefine what a 100-year storm is and begin modeling and design. I've suggested it may turn into a study as opposed to a bill, but I think we need to reevaluate and the information we use to do stormwater modeling, and I think we need to model the entire state. The reality is everything we do related to storm with regard to flooding is a reaction. We don't have the ability to plan because we don't have a very good system in place that predicts the areas that are going to flood.
Okay, Representative, we do appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I'm sure you and your colleagues are excited, and you guys do have a lot on your plate there. And thanks again. It's Representative Bill Conerly, the Republican. He is a Republican with the Florida House District 72. Thanks again, Representative.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, Bob.
Thanks, Rick. Today.